I'm Tom Harmer, your town manager. Thank you for joining me for this edition of Talk of the Town. Today, Carolyn Brown, our support services director, is going to be joining me, and we're going to be talking about something that's really important to the town, and that's our annual citizen survey. That survey really provides a lot of information to the town staff, and the town commission that really helps us as we look forward and set priorities and try to address the big issues that may be facing the town and become part of our strategic plan. So, Carolyn, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about citizen survey. That's just one of the hats you wear.
Yes.
You oversee a number of operations of the town, but this is our topic today.
Yes.
And so explain a little bit, so when do we do the survey and who does it with us?
Right. So we do the Citizens Satisfaction Survey annually, usually kicking off in January. And the survey will close the middle of February. February 12th is our deadline. We partner with the University of South Florida, and they kind of administer the entire survey for us.
Okay, and how long have we been doing the survey?
This is our third annual survey, and so we're looking forward to seeing the results.
Okay, and so very good. So this is very timely, obviously, right now, and our property owners on the island, because they receive a letter,
That's right.
Receive this letter asking them to complete the survey, and it's an anonymous survey. So what do they receive, and how should they proceed?
Right, so each resident will get a letter that has a special code in it for them to access the online survey. So they log into their computer or laptop or iPad and complete the survey using this special code.
Okay, and that special code is unique to them as an individual. So
Right.
do we receive information? So do we know who has responded and what they've said?
No, not at all. It's a totally anonymous survey. But we are able to just get the raw data back from University of South Florida as far as numbers of responses, and some of the individual questions have responses where people can type in their response, and we just get that information, but it's not associated with any particular person.
Okay, and so once we receive this information, you mentioned that the survey window is going to close here in February. What's the date again?
February 12th.
Okay, so everyone really needs to go online and fill out the survey no later than February 12th.
That is correct.
What if someone didn't receive the letter in the mail? What do they do?
Right, so it's important because you just never know. Sometimes the mail doesn't get delivered or something might have happened with the mailing list. So all they would do is call 941-404-5286, which is University of South Florida. Call in, say that they want their special code, and then University of South Florida will provide that information over the phone.
And we obviously want as many people as possible to respond to the survey.
That is correct.
Yeah, so if you haven't responded yet, please take the time. We really would appreciate it. So that information then comes to us from the University of South Florida, and they ultimately then will present that in a public meeting to the Town Commission.
That's right, that's right. That'll happen in April. So once all of the information is tallied and put together in a report format, then that will come before the Town Commission.
And in April each year, the Town Commission has a retreat. And so the timing of this really is good. It provides that public input before they go into their strategic planning session, which really then sets the priorities for the next year.
That's right. It helps guide us, the town, and then the Town Commission in making policy level decisions or in setting the budget, letting them know of the desires and needs of the community. It's very helpful, and it provides that baseline data from year to year to year so that we can kind of track how we're doing.
So it's helpful to get the snapshot of the year, but like you mentioned, there's trending now that we receive. So this is the third year, so the same questions are generally answered by the residents, the respondents, and we can then see any changes, improvements or not over time, so we can then maybe adjust things that we're doing in the town.
That's right.
So it's an important time frame. It's important that we get as much feedback as we can. Is there anything else related to the survey that you would want to share with our our residents?
Just please get online and complete the survey as quickly as possible so that we know that it's done. And we do have a number that we are trying to reach. So it's very important that everybody does it, and tell your neighbors and friends to participate because it's very helpful to us.
No, very good. So thank you. So if someone just has maybe they received the survey, they just have a general question about the survey or the response, either before they filled it out or afterwards, who should they contact?
They can just call me here at Town Hall and just let me know what is of concern or a question that they have. Area code 941-316-1999.
Good. We didn't mention it before, but the questions each year I mentioned are generally the same, but there's also a list of questions that are added each year, and we review that with the commission before the survey goes out, that we call more policy level questions. Like in the past, we've asked about the town center, or we've asked about transportation issues, and we've asked about library services. And so there is this important part of probably 80% of the questions being standard, but then each year, because things might be a little bit different, that we ask some very specific questions about that as well.
That's right. So it's really important that you provide your feedback, or that they provide their feedback to let us know what they think.
Good. Well, no, we're very good. Well, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much.
And we ask you to please take the survey seriously. Please take time to fill it out. There are also some fill-in-the-blank kind of questions on there, so that in addition to the specific questions, there's opportunities for our residents to add a little bit more detail that we will review seriously once we receive the results. So thank you again for joining us today for this edition of Talk of the Town.